Hi, Brooke. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
This is Maddie for your 9:30. This is my mother, Beth.
Hello.
She's a substitute in my school district in elementary education, so she has taught some of this before.
Yes, I have.
Yes. So today's topic of interest is area,
Okay.
and it's the area of triangles.
Okay.
So what do you know about area, Mother?
Well, you have to take all three sides and add them together for the area.
No, that's
Basically.
perimeter.
Oh, perimeter. Sorry.
So I took this this fancy lesson. It's from IXL.com, which is where you can get a lot of lesson plans for various grades. But this one uses an example. I'll read it to you because it's backwards if I try to show you. So basically, it has a triangle with this side as 2 kilometers and this side as 2 kilometers. You would have to find the area. So the area for a square would be base times height. But since it's a triangle, it's half.
We think my mom just slipped and fell, so it's okay.
So
2 times 2, yes. What?
2 times 2, and then what would half of that be?
Oh my gosh, my mom just fell, so I have no idea at this point. Go
2
ahead.
times 2.
It's 4.
What's half of that?
2.
Good.
Thank you.
So the area of the triangle is 2 kilometers. Finding the area is also in accordance with our state standards for Indiana, according to 6.gm.4. Finding the area of complex shapes composed of polygons by composing or decomposing into simple shapes. So, the thing with a triangle is that if you put 2 triangles together, it actually makes up a square. So the half part of it comes from the fact that a triangle, theoretically, is half of a parallelogram or a quadrilateral. So that's why you have to cut them in half, because they are half of the
Ooh, I
quadrilateral.
understand that. I like it.
Yes. So this relates back to lesson 26 of our packet, in which we found area of parallelograms and triangles. Parallelograms and triangles are very similar in the fact that you have to deconstruct the figure in order to find out the area. With a parallelogram, you can see that you can cut the sides of a parallelogram into 2 triangles.
So does that mean taking it apart to make it exactly? Oh, I get that. Okay.
And
that's
you can put this triangle over here and make it a full quadrilateral, so you wouldn't have to take half. But with triangles, it is half. So in what ways does this build mathematical thinking in students, Mother?
And I will tell you that I have substitute taught and I have done math, and I have learned that you really have to go through and break everything apart, which I think is what this has done, because you break the triangles into squares. And I mean, it makes sense to me once they do it. It's just not how I was taught, and actually probably not how she was taught. But I understand why they're trying to explain it to kids this way now. And I mean, it makes sense now. You just had to teach me a little bit later, so I get it.
And then some questions that you can ask to make sure that they get this concept of triangles being half base times height is, again, have them draw out 2 triangles and see what shape it makes and see how that can relate to being half, because I think that once they understand the half portion of it, then they'll understand why the formula is the way it is, because I know a lot of kids probably ask, why is it 1/2 b times h, and you giving them the tools to create.
Well, and they don't want to show the work.
Yeah.
They don't want to show the work, which is, I think,
Yeah.
the same thing. What you're trying to say is they don't want to show the work, and you're saying, here's how to show the work.
Yes.
And I think that's the most important part of it. I mean, showing the work is the key, and that's what you're trying to tell them in a way that maybe sometimes they don't want to say, I don't really want to show it.
Or another way.
Yep.
Another way is by asking them to take a triangle and try to complete the rest of it to make it a quadrilateral, because then that will show them also that it is half.
Exactly, which I could not do if I didn't have to show my work. So
Okay.
that would be the way the teacher could maybe tell me how to do it.
Okay.
Totally true.
So that was me.
Thank you so much. That was good. Loved it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Did I do okay?
Mm-hmm.